Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to a midweek version of 5 Minutes with Phil. It's great to have you here today, and thanks so much for joining me. I want to share a message with you today that Paul wrote to a church in Corinth. It's from Second Corinthians, so it's actually his second letter that he wrote to them. And Paul makes a statement right when he opens the letter that I think would be a big blessing to everybody who's watching this here today. So take a look at what Paul had to say. Starting in verse 3, and let's go to verse 4. It says, "Praise be to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort that we ourselves receive from God." Now, I really like these two verses because we are told that God is the one that provides comfort for us when we are facing troubles of any kind. And I think we need to keep that in mind, that when life gets messy, when we go through some difficult stuff, that our source of comfort and our source of strength and our source of relief from that, it shouldn't be found, or we shouldn't look for it through human means, but God intends to supply that to us constantly. So the source of our relief and the source of our comfort and the source of your comfort today, if life has gotten messy for you, that comes straight from God. Now, I could end this session with that thought, but Paul doesn't. Paul makes a statement that I think is really important for us, and it's the last half of what we just read. Maybe you want to look at it again. Right in the middle, it says that he comforts us all in our troubles so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort that we ourselves receive from God. Now, I have a saying that I often quote and I often preach when we're in front of a crowd of people here at the church or wherever I might be. And that's this: God never wastes an experience. There's not one experience that I will have or that you will have that God will waste. He will always take advantage of every experience that we have. And that includes the bad ones. That includes the moments that God he got into our lives and he took us from a time that was difficult, or life got really messy or rough for us. And God brought us that comfort. What's God's purpose in allowing us to go through that? Well, we just read it. Our purpose is to bring comfort to those who are facing difficulties by showing them the same thing that God did for us. So, for example, if you've lost your job in the past, but then God provided a new one for you or a different one for you, and that turned out to be a pretty good situation for you. Now, you can definitely identify with the stress that would come with such a thing like that. Do you think God just says, well, let's just let that rain on them and good luck? No. The Lord allows us to go through those moments. He allows us to go through those circumstances, and he brings us out of them and gives us comfort and strength so that when we find somebody in a similar circumstance, we could show them the comfort and we could show them the strength that God gave to us. Now, this goes for anything that you might be going through in your family. This goes for anything that you might be going through in the workplace, maybe your personal health, maybe in a relationship that's falling apart or not doing so well. God blesses us with comfort so that we can bless others with the same thing. That's all God asks. He does not want to waste the experience that you're going through. He'll bring you through it, but he doesn't want to stop there. He wants to use that moment so that you can bless other people. So God's message to us is this: let's rely on the comfort that he gives us but let's also then extend that same thing to somebody else who might be hurting around us. All right? That's our challenge today. God bless you. Thanks for joining me. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.